Let us unite, let us unite. Everybody singing this melody. Let us unite, let us unite. That's the only way we all can be free. Let us unite, let us unite. Everybody joining this sweet refrain. Let us unite, let us unite. Nothing to lose with so much to gain.
Abraham gave birth to you, Muslim, Christian, and Hebrew. What caused the family to feud? Satan was at the root. 4 and 3 make 7. Also 5 and 2. One great universal truth, but many different point of view.
Let us unite, let us unite. Everybody singing this melody. Let us unite, let us unite. That's the only way we all can be free. Let us unite, let us unite. Everybody joining this sweet refrain. Let us unite, let us unite. Nothing to lose with so much to gain.
Unity or something start with you and I. Let's work it out together, you and I. Cause love is a thing you can't beg, neither borrow. No deficit, there will be more tomorrow. Take a big man to put difference aside. What a calamity when the difference collide. Every man self-righteous, don't be so shallow. Every man trust in the path that they follow.
Let us unite, let us unite. Everybody joining this sweet refrain. Let us unite, let us unite. Nothing to lose with so much to gain.
Abraham turning in his grave, seeing how the children behave, fighting and killing each other, denying the connection as brother, all waiting for the Messiah to pull the family together. But what will he require to keep them out of the judgment fire? We must unite in truth and do justice, practice righteousness. Then God's kingdom will come, and this wicked world will be done. We must unite the tribes in Ghana, Guinea, Mali, Nigeria, and Nkrumah's vision lights the world over, from Cape to Cairo, one Africa.
Too much division make a good thing spoil. Families are lost over land and isle. Then the want for revenge starts casting a shadow. Some try to forgive, but it's a hard pill to swallow. Love sin a go on the sacred style. Please say a prayer for the woman and child, and unite today so they can still have tomorrow. When fate separates us, it leads on to sorrow.
Let us unite, let us unite. Everybody singing this melody. Let us unite, let us unite. That's the only way we all can be free. Let us unite, let us unite. Everybody joining this sweet refrain. Let us unite, let us unite. Nothing to lose with so much to gain.
All of the nations of the earth as we speak are angry. They're angry because governments cannot suffice the needs of their people. They're angry because a few have gotten wealthy at the expense of the many. And the poor and the sick and the weak and the unlearned multiply. And the value of their lives are diminished by the rich and the powerful, so that when human life is devalued, that in the eyes of man you are unworthy of the gift of life, then it is easy for another human being, to take the life of another human being that he or she has devalued. Black life in America is devalued. Hispanic life is devalued. Even poor white life is devalued. There's a way that I have to behave. I'm free, but I'm not free to rob you of yours. I'm not free to take from you what does not belong to me. So if I will construct my life according to these righteous principles, then between man and man, man and woman, peace. Between race and race, peace. Between rich and poor, peace. We have our beautiful Mexican family. This once was theirs. So you can't say to them they are aliens. That's a horrible word to use for former owners. I see my indigenous family here. Many tribes, but they're really one great nation of people that now must be reunited with themselves. So it's their time now, as well as ours, that God would intervene in our affairs and bring the bottom rail to the top. The government is not rehabilitating soldiers. When they send you away to kill. When you come home, they gotta reconstitute you for civilian life again. Make sure you have a job so you can take care of your family, but they're not doing it. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad says, a woman can do anything that a man does, and the only thing he forbids the woman to do is the thing that degrades her. So how high can you go? High as you want to. Why would God allow the female to wear his attributes if you can't be a manifestation of that attribute? Women, you got to be set free. What God has put within you must be cultivated, must be developed, and must be used for the advancement of a nation and a world. I said to myself, Mr. President, why the hell don't you go to the wicked police department? Why the hell don't you stand up and tell them that your killing of black youth and brown youth is not gonna hold no more? Why don't you stand up? God's world is in need of a truth that will set up a government where everybody can live in peace, under real freedom, real justice, and real equality.
Excuse me, everybody. Derek, Jake, everyone. I got an announcement to make, and I got my friends here to help me out. Guys, hit it.
Shoot-ba-doo-doo-doo, shoot-ba-doo-doo-doo. I am quitting this job today. Hey, hey, hey. I'm leaving. Even though I might be here when we start, we're gonna make it to the top and start my coffee shop. I am moving on.
Got to go, got to go, got to go.
Why I sing this song? Yeah, I am quitting this job today. Hey, hey, hey. I'm gone.
You know I said I'm gone, yeah.
Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Mike Dalco, the CEO, continuously empowering others, and I want to talk to you a little bit real quick about this topic. It's entitled The Launch. I did a video probably 3-4 years ago. It was to avoid sounding narcissistic. It was one of my favorite videos of all time that I've ever done. You know, you've ever had those moments where something is on your mind and you want to articulate it, but when you finally end up saying it, it doesn't come out quite right. Well, this was not one of those times. That particular morning, I remember waking up and having this thought in my mind, and about the 3 parts of your business, 3 basic stages of your business: the launch, the leader, the legend. And it came out of me exactly as I felt it inside of me. So I didn't have one of those unfulfilled conversations where I say it and I say, oh man, I wish I would have said this or that. I literally said exactly what was on my heart, and it actually came out better than I felt it in my heart. The launch, the leader, the legend. Well, in this transitional period, we're in a launch phase, and I saw something last night on our get together, a team huddle, that concerned me a little bit. And so I want to just talk to you guys about that thing so that maybe 1 or 2 of you or 3 or 4 of you can be shifted mentally and and aligned so that this launch will have its full manifestation as you build your business this time. You got an opportunity for a redo. You got a reset. You got a do-over. Okay? So listen to this carefully, and I'll try to get in and out of this conversation. So last night when we were having our huddle, I asked a question. And I said, how many of you guys have, how many people do you have on your waiting list to see the preview of the new information that we're going to be rolling out in the next couple of weeks here? And I saw something that to me was distressing. I saw numbers like 3, 2, 8, 12. And I got to tell you, that's not launching. That's starting. When you have 2 to 3 weeks head start, and all you're doing is saying to people, something amazing is coming, and I'm going to be sharing a preview. Do you want to be on my waiting list to be among the first people in the world to see it? Yes or no? Most people are going to say yes to that. So if you've got 2 weeks and you've only got 8 people on your list, that means you talk to one, you got one positive response every 2 or 3 days. And that's not going to launch. That's going to start. You're going to build a little momentum, but you're just going to kind of take off. You're not going to launch. And I don't want to see that for you. Okay? As a person who has experienced a successful launch in a business, I know the momentum that it creates. I know the euphoria and the feeling that it creates and the stories that you create from a real launch. And 8 people, 10 people, 12 people on your list after 2 weeks. It's not going to create those stories. You're going to make monies and drips and drabs. You're going to stay in here because you're satisfied that you're at least making some money. But you're not going to see that historic, legendary kind of story that comes from a real launch. Christopher Chavez says, I have a quick 100. That's the kind of numbers you're going to need to see to have a real launch. Because what happens when you get 100 people on your waiting list, Christopher, about 50 or 60 of them are going to take immediate action. Even though you've got 100 on the list, 40 to 50% of those excited dreamers are going to take immediate action. The other ones are going to drag in. Some are not going to ever do anything. So I don't want you thinking that because you have 100 on your list, that 100 are going to launch with you. They're not. No matter how good it is, and this thing is amazing. No matter how good it is. Some people, they got things going on in their lives. They're not really listening. And they're not going to move fast. They're just not. So the closer to 300 you've got, the better off you are. The closer to 1,000, the better off you are. You say, well, Mike, how do you come up with 1,000 people? You talk to more people faster. So type this in the chat room. Say less to more people faster. Less, more, faster. Say less to more people faster. Hey, do you look for ways to make more money? Do you want to be on my waiting list? Yes? No? Great. Hey, do you look for ways to make more money? Do you want to be on my waiting list? Yes? No? Next. Hey, something big is coming. I want you to be one of the first to tell that I tell you about it. Do you want me to put you on my list? That's a great one right there. Hey, I'm getting my hands on some really extraordinary information. Do you want me to put you on my preview list to be one of the first people in the world that I tell about it? No? Great. Say less to more people faster. Don't sit there and try to overwhelm yourself trying to explain everything that you've seen in these briefings that we've had. That's not how you do it. We need more people on the list, guys. Okay? And then lastly, not only do you need more people on your list, you need to teach the people on your list to build a list and teach their people to build a list. Try to build 3 levels deep. Build your list, Teach your people on your list to build their list and teach them to teach their people to build their list. You're not going to be able to go further than 3 levels. You're just not. I know you think you can. You can't. You won't have enough time. We're only a couple of 3 weeks or so away from this pre-launch. You're not going to have enough time. You're going to run out of time before you run out of people. That's good right there. Type that in the chat room. You will run out of time before you run out of people. When Monisha and I launched our first business, we still haven't talked to all the people. We put all those people on the list. I'll have to try to reach out to them for this new run. That was a 7-year run, and we still didn't get to talk to everybody because we run out of time. That thing will launch on you, and you'll be so busy going from launch to leader, and you're helping all the people that are launching until you won't even have time to circle back and help the people that were on your list before. It's a devastating thing for people to tell you no in your launch phase. I know a lot of folks say overcome objections. You can do this however you want. But in my launch phase, I don't overcome any objections. In my launch phase, your objection tells me that you can't launch with me because in the launch phase, I don't have time for objections. I only have time for dreamers. And if you search for the dreamers, those people who don't give you objections, those people who are ready to run before you. Talking to a young man last night, love this brother. He said, man, put me on your list and call me first. I'm ready to go, and I got X amount of people ready to go right now. That's who you're looking for. You're not looking for the person that says, well, send me the preview once you get the actual official document. That's not who you're looking for in the launch. It's not. Again, the beautiful thing about networking is there are no bosses, so I'm not the boss. I'm just giving you my extraordinary experience last time. Look for the dreamers, put them on your list, teach them to build a list of dreamers, put them on their list, teach them to teach their people to build a list of dreamers, put them on their list, and try to duplicate that process to infinity. And ladies and gentlemen, you'll launch, then you'll lead the people who are launching, and then you'll teach the people who are launching to become leaders, and you'll become a legend. This is Mike Dalco, the CEO, continuously empowering others. It's launch time. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you on the power call. All right. Hey, everybody. It's me again. That sounds familiar. It's me again, Mike Dalco, the CEO, continuously empowering others. Second live stream in one day. I haven't done that in a long time. So that must mean that this is super important. So, as a matter of fact, if you are a network marketer, especially a full-time professional network marketer, it would be a good idea to start texting right now and tell your team members that have been in business with you before that Mike Dalco is about to turn up, because this is a good conversation and a very necessary one for this particular time in our history. So some of the things that I'm going to say might seem a little vague or nebulous to some of you guys that don't really know me. If that's the case, my grandmother used to say, chew the fish and spit out the bones. So if you kind of don't know what I'm talking about and it sounds vague at some point, don't worry about it. Just take the essence of what I'm saying and then just discard the rest. It's not for you. But for some people, especially in my stratosphere, it's going to mean a lot. So here it is. And I entitled this, you don't have any people. Now, this is going to hit some hot buttons, probably get me in some trouble. But I got really thick skin, and I know that I say these things because you need to hear them. And what will typically happen is if you do get mad at me, you're going to love me later. Because as you grow and mature in your networking experience and career, these things are not things that I think or things that I wonder, but these are things that I know for a fact, and I've experienced them, and I've talked to other great leaders in the world that have experienced them, seven-figure earners all over the world. They can all vouch for what I'm about to say. And here it is. You don't have any people. Now, this thing really shows up in a transition. And so currently, people within our community are in an amazing transition. We're transitioning to another compensation structure, and there's nothing moving, migrating automatically. And so there's some reconstitution, some shuffling of people, some moving around of affiliates who were sponsored by someone else in another opportunity. And now this is a new opportunity, and they may or may not be sponsored by that same person in this new opportunity. I've got some sobering news, and I've got some good news. And I don't know which one I'm going to say first. Most likely I'm going to be all over the place. So just ride with me for a second. All right. Number one, let's set the proper stage for this conversation. You really don't have any people. When I hear leaders say, well, let me call my people, and I'm not going to tell my people until this, or I'm going to wait until I see this before I tell my people. Look, you don't have any people. That is a figment of your imagination. And if you don't believe that is a figment of your imagination, follow those people around and find out that they are not thinking about you. Okay? They might give you lip service when you're on the phone with them. They might pay homage and edify you when you're on a live stream with them. But if you follow them home, they're in two or three other deals. They're doing whatever they believe they need to do to feed their families. You don't have any people. And this is one of the main reasons why I've always taken issue when people make me overly responsible for what grown folks are doing. So I've had criticisms where they say, well, Mike, you got a lot of sway, you got a lot of influence, and people listen to you, and they'll do what you tell them to do. That is bullpucky, horse malarkey. It's not true. Nobody's sitting around waiting on Mike Dalco to say, let's go do this, and they do it. People are adults. They do what they want to do because they have the right and the propensity to do what they want to do. No one goes and does anything because Mike Dalco says they should do it or not. Now, maybe I can be a bit persuasive, and maybe I can sell you on a concept. Is I cannot make you do it. You guys are ascribing too much power to folks by saying that person or that person, he or she, is the reason why I'm doing this business. That's giving people too much power. They may have been the one that gave you the information, but at the end of the day, you get home with your spouse and y'all decide whether y'all can do it or not. They're not paying your way in. You go into your bank account. You're making a decision for you. You're a god darn adult. Can I say god darn right now? Because I don't want to hear y'all talk about that anymore. You're an adult. No one can make you do anything. And here's the other part. No one can make you not do it. All right? So let's stop using people as a scapegoat for why we're in this. Oh, you told me about this and I lost my money. You lost your money in a bunch of stuff. You lost your money in a 401k. You lost your money in a stock or a bond. You got fired off a job. You had all kind of issues. You lost your wallet. You didn't quit yourself. Okay, stop, grow up for real, grow all the way up. I love live streams because I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to that person that you know I'm talking about. Grow up and stop blaming other folks for your inability to get the job done. The beauty of network marketing is it's a meritocracy. You eat what you kill. Stop depending on somebody to feed your organization and build your team and buy you a package because you're a heavy hit. No, right? That's that part. But then stop also saying once you start building a business, my folks, my people, my crew, my people need to eat. I can't stand it. I cringe when people say, I got to go do something else because my people got to eat. My people, you don't have any people. And if your people aren't eating, you don't know why they're not eating. You can eat. You don't know why they're not eating. You don't follow them home. You're at home picking up the phone and you're dialing for dollars while your people picking up the remote and they dialing for movies. Okay? You don't have any people. You can't make them do it and you can't make them not do it. All right? I'll call you right back. Can't make them not do it. So you don't have any people. That's that part. Now, when it comes to being sponsored, this is so vital right here in this season of transition. Ladies and gentlemen, two parts to this, and I want to teach you this for those that appreciate what I teach and have found value over the years. Number one, be classy and be ethical. It is no law against it. You can't go to jail for what I'm about to say, but it is so shady and unethical to literally aggressively pursue to recruit someone that you met through someone else. Now, this has got two sides, so don't get too happy. Don't get too happy. All right, so let's just say Monisha's sitting right here, and I met Dion through Monisha, and now we're changing companies. And because I met Dion through Monisha, I just go on and call Dion and say, hey, Dion, I'm getting ready to change companies. Now, Dion and Monisha, they're still rolling together. And I call Dion. I say, Dion, I'm about to change companies, and I want you to roll with me because we got good chemistry. I need you to roll with me. And Dion says, well, Monisha signed me up before. I know, but Monisha ain't about nothing. Girl, just roll with me. That's foul. And let me tell you something. There's no law against it. But damn it, there's energy against it. You go right ahead, sow those bad seeds because you're going to reap those. There's no law against it, but there's energy against that. And there's no one you know. I have the receipts. Put me on a live Zoom if they say I'm lying. No one you know have I ever tried to recruit from someone else. Ever. Never happened. There are times when people will call you, like I just got off the phone. They'll call you and they'll say, hey man, look, I need you to sponsor me. I don't want to be with my other sponsor because that just wasn't the chemistry I needed. I couldn't get them on the phone. I'll tell you right now, let me make this thing so crystal clear for you with the balance and the levity that this conversation needs. I'm going to say it right here. It's being recorded. If there's a person I personally sponsored in a previous business that does not want to move into a new business with me, it's because I didn't do a good job and I honor them to be sponsored by somebody else and I root them on for success. I won't feel it a bit. I won't lose 1/2 a second of thought. I would literally take the personal responsibility and say, wow, I didn't do a good job with him. I didn't do a good job with her. I see my business partner, Billy Bibb, right there. If Billy signed up with somebody else, I would say I obviously didn't do a good job with Billy, and I'm praying for Billy and rooting for Billy to knock his thing out the park, and I'm going to be his head cheerleader. I'm going to be, go, Billy. Because if a person doesn't want to sign up with you, that's personal. That's personal. That's two sides. One side is you being foul and putting out that bad energy, trying to recruit people that you didn't know if it wasn't for that other person. That's foul. But now them seeing your YouTube video and calling you and saying they want to be on your team, that's just business. That's less to do with you and more to do with who sponsored them before. And I take no issue on anyone ever asking someone else to sponsor them if I sponsored them previously. And conversely, it lets me know I've got more growing to do as a sponsor. And I'm going to work a lot harder next time. And I'm not going to make that person feel some kind of way because they chose a different sponsor. And then the last thing I'm going to say, I think, is what Ty Best taught me some 5-6 years ago, which revolutionized my network marketing career and probably took me 2 or 3 dimensions higher as a professional networker. And here it is. Wake up every day like you've got no one on your team. When I tell y'all, one of the number one contributing causes of people failing in this easy freaking business model of network marketing, I say all the time, only a human could mess up network marketing. Only a human could make network marketing complicated. It's so simple. You've got a product that you're going to use. You use the product, tell others they use it, and you get paid. How can you mess that up? Everybody already does network marketing. They just don't get paid for it. Oh man, Kevin Thompson said, Coach, you need to see this movie. I can't remember the name of it right now, but he texted me and said, go watch this movie. And I like a robot went and watched the movie, and Kevin didn't get paid for it. He literally network marketed that movie to me. We all know how to network market. We go to church. We love our church. Ooh, girl, you got to come hear my pastor. You don't get paid for that. As a matter of fact, you pay for the privilege of telling her to come and she pays too. Both of y'all put your money in the offering bucket. You both do. How do you change sponsors and keep what you started? Jeffrey, I don't know how to really answer that. How do you change sponsors? You want somebody else to sponsor you, but the people in your team, you want to hold them together. Well, there's only one real way that I know how to hold people together, and it's called relationship. And look, I'm going to give you another secret. No matter how hard you work for some people on your team, they can't relate to you and they're going to go elsewhere. Don't have an attitude about that. We take this thing way too serious. First of all, you don't want to sign up with me? Great. Next, because there's only 7 billion more people available. You act like that one person is going to destroy your business. It won't. Ladies and gentlemen, when I got into my last company, it was me, Jason, Monisha, a couple other people. 3 or 4 people turned into 100,000. I didn't know any of those other 98,000 people. I'm thankful and grateful that I met them and they came into my circle and that they were a part of our, not my, our organization. I'm so thankful that Kevin Thompson came into our. It's never mine because you didn't sponsor 100,000 people. Stop playing yourself. That's so annoying. People get their butt up on their shoulders because they got 20,000 people on their team. You didn't sponsor 20,000 people. We did. Network marketing is notorious for turning people into buttholes because they believe their own hype. Somebody say one good thing about you. Our Gold Director Elite 3, Mr. Joe Blow, and you walk up on stage like Billy Badbutt, and you ain't do nothing. You sponsored 8 people, and the magic of the system blew it up to 20,000, and now you walk around with your stuff on your shoulders. Stop that foolishness. That's ignorant. It's the system. It's not you. Stop believing your own hype. I don't even believe mine. That 100,000 people didn't come from me. It came from us. Are you with me? Are y'all with me? Okay, so don't say my people. My people gotta eat. You can go and Get in a business where y'all tasting pies and somebody's gonna fail because they're diabetic. Nothing's gonna work for everybody. You don't know their hustle. They don't have the grind. They're not putting in the work. They're not following the system. They're out there creating their own system. You don't know why they're failing. You taking all that heat on yourself. My people gotta eat. Okay, then you put them in your house and you feed them. That's when they become your people. Until that moment, you don't know what they're doing when you're not around. Oh, they come to the meeting with a suit on and they're strutting and stuff and they talking a good game and they know all the network marketing jargon. But when they get home, they're not picking up the phone, they're picking up the remote. You've got to stop taking that responsibility. Guys, there's one person on your team, and that person is in the mirror. When you look in the mirror in the morning, that's your team. And if you got a spouse and y'all stand in the same mirror, that gummit, that's your team. Other than that, outside that mirror, you wake up every day like no one's gonna make it happen but me. If it is to be, it must come through me. And when you wake up with that attitude, and when you duplicate that attitude, that's how you get to 6 figures a month. That's how you make more money in a week than most people make all month. That's how you drive around in your dream car. That's how you pull up to your dream home. That's how you travel around the world on somebody else's dime. That's how you have more assets accumulated in a month than most people accumulate in a lifetime. That's how you do it. Stop whining. Stop complaining because your business shut down. Nothing lasts forever. And if it does, it doesn't last at the highest level forever. Grow up. I wanted to throw a 4-letter word in here, but my wife isn't here. I don't want her to backhand me. Grow up. Grow up and accept the responsibility. It's you who must change, develop, grow, adapt. You got to put your big boy and big girl pants on every day. You don't have time off. People complain about this industry because they say it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. I'm working right now because I'm talking to people who are typing fire symbols in the chat room. I'm firing you up so you can fire them up so we can change this raggedy world. Because folks out here working for a living. I don't even know what day it is. I had to look at the clock. It's 2:20. Folks will be looking at the clock right now trying to get off work to not make enough. I haven't punched the clock in 7 years because of this industry, not because of me. So stop acting like you're all that. You're just a piece of a puzzle. You're not the whole puzzle. Wake up every day like no one's on your team. I used to think about this and I would say, why was this so easy for me? And yet I watch people struggle. It's because you got to know the backstory. I was a mortgage banker. If I didn't sell, my family didn't eat. Oh yeah, we made good money, but it's because I was busting my hump on a daily. If I didn't sell, we didn't eat. If I didn't close a loan, that was zero on that check. I brought that grind to this industry, and I still act like that to this day. If I don't sponsor, if I don't close a deal, I don't get paid. Even when I did, I still approached it with the mindset. Michelle Red, you wanted the mentoring session? Sister, I'm giving it to the whole world. So I apologize because you're in my mentoring group. And this should have been just for you because you signed up for that course. And it's free too, by the way. But this was burning me up. I needed to get this out because there's too much stuff going on. I see people on Facebook acting a straight ass. I can't even say a word to complicate it. Acting an ass. Recruiting on Facebook like, you don't have to sign up with him. You don't have to sign up with her. You can sign up with me. That is so stupid. That smacks of desperation and thirst. Stop being thirsty. What's for you is for you, and no one can take it from you. I guarantee you, no one can sponsor Billy Bibb from me. He's not my people. We have a relationship. No one can sponsor Sherry Brown from me. We have a relationship. No one can sponsor Roger Williams from me. We have a relationship. And I guarantee you can't get her. I guarantee you. If it look like you about to get her, you going down. I'm taking you out, okay? When you have the right relationship, they won't leave you. And when you have the wrong relationship, they might. Either way it goes, what happened for the reason that it happened, and what's for you is for you. So I hope this has helped somebody, because it's helped me. Because I felt like I was about to burst the main vein in my brain, because I need to get this message out. Don't call me complaining that somebody said they wanted to sign up with me because you didn't do your job, just like I'm not going to call you and complain to you that you stole my person. I don't have any people. This is Mike Dalco, the CEO, continuously empowering others. You know, I said sometimes you feel like you got the message out just like you wanted it. That was one of those messages. Y'all have a phenomenal day. We'll see you on the next live stream.
No unity, no power. White power for white people. Black power for black people. 1967. The Black Panther Party. The movement. Freedom.
Let's talk about freedom. Freedom, freedom.
We will not bow down to racism. We will not bow down to injustice. We will not bow down to exploitation. I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna stand. Now this is time for free your mind and your soul. Yo, our story has never been told. Ladies, you got to demand what you want, and what we want is respect, right?
Come and take a walk with me, closer walk with me, see what only I can see.
Sisters, check this. Watch this. Turn us loose, set us free from all the chains that bind me. Let us run in our own direction. Let us go, set us free from all this propaganda and lies that your people try to teach us. I know why would like to bring us down, because we have all that belong you. You try to tell us that our lives don't mean anything, but we know so much better, so we're gonna take up the freedom. Freedom for my body, freedom for my mind, freedom for my feelings. sunshine. You've been telling us these lies, but now we finally figured out okay. Yeah, all that we would never wise up, but we'll show the how black female can do. So you continue to keep us so fresh, but no, we ain't going out like that. Oh no. All these lies and all this propaganda you want us to take, we're gonna take it. Freedom from my body, freedom from my mind, freedom from my spirit, freedom from my body, freedom from my my soul. I see the fear in your eyes, surprise, so cover it all. I know just who I am and what I wanna do. I can make you run, make you hide from all your ancestors' transgression that you hold inside. Sisters rising up and sing that our time is here. We're taking back what's been ours for years.
Let the heaven of a sister embrace you and praise the mother God.
All these lies and all this propaganda that you want us to say, we're gonna take out. Freedom from my mind, freedom for
Ready for Revolution. Welcome to Hard Facts Friday. Brother Eric Teray Muhammad here. We are going to go through we'll go over a little bit because there's some announcements that we have. And hey, who's the chant? But believe me, when I tell you freedom is the cry. This was Hard Facts Friday today. We came right with it with our leaders, 1 and 2. You know, Mr. Michael L. Dalco, 1 and 2. The morning of, a little later in the day, explosive. You know, why was that message so important? Because we don't have no time to be pussyfooting around. This is serious business. This is serious business. It's about relationship building. It's about building your freedom. It's absolutely about building your freedom. That's where we are right now. That's exactly where we are right now. And so there's a couple of great comments here that I saw in the chat from Sister Cece and Demawi. And I just want to share them. Let's see if I can locate it. Let's start right here. Building a relationship takes two. Building a relationship takes two. What happens when you make the call? First of all, if you have a person's number, that's trust in itself. Okay, but you have to build upon that. You build upon that trust. By sharing that thing is essential, right? And then the other points that we raised, freedom is possible and obtainable. There's no greater moment than now. No greater moment. No, not your successes yesterday, not your failures yesterday. There's no greater moment than now. Now is that time. You're walking in literally in lockstep with a wealth transfer. Literally. Literally. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. You are literally walking into that transfer. But what do we do now? How do we engage ourselves? And then on top of that, what's the end? You know what you're walking into, but what is the end result? What is it that you seek? What is it you're looking to accomplish? How do you protect it? How do you grow it? How do you preserve it? How do you generationally bequeath it? These are serious thought processes that have to be in place. They have to be in place. And thus, we grind and cry and teach and share and preach every single day. Every single day. Because it's possible, folks. If it were not possible, I'm sure I would not be before you, because none of us, listen very closely, none of us chose to be here. Not in the offset, not at the start. You did not choose to be a part of Wealth Builders Worldwide. You're not at the offset, not at the start. You didn't choose to be a part of Team Believe. This was not your choice. We were brought into a space that only God could have ordained, period. I'm talking about in the positioning. And it didn't start. Your success yesterday's, your success today, it did not start with you 7 years ago, or 7 days ago, or 7 weeks ago, or 7 minutes ago. From the moment you began genuine steps towards the freedom and operating as a child of abundance, the clock began, the tabulation began, your credits began to build. And as you continue to move forward, even in ignorance, God is moving towards you. And then when you became more aware, when you started connecting dots, when you started to realize there was more to you, when you started to realize there's a sense of purpose out here for you or for myself, and then we started pursuing it, pursuing the thought. Now we're taking 2 steps towards God. God is running towards us. You understand? Many of us are at this door right now, not for what we did 7 years ago in joining Wealth Builders Worldwide. Many of us are here because we were part of Amway, or we were part of long distance service, or we were part of prepaid legal, or we were part of selling cookies for the Girl Scouts, or fundraising for the Boys Club, or a lemonade stand back in 1950. From the moment you sought to be free and independent, that's what you're being celebrated for today, because this is the opportunity where you don't get what you finish, you get what you started. You get what you started. So now, today, 9:30 a.m., Team Believe, you have a huddle. You have a huddle this morning, 9:30, after this call. I had it posted. So many folks chime in, I can't even find it any longer. But I'm going to attempt to, and then I will close us out with some next steps. Here we go. Take a look at that and make sure that you get your teams in place. Make your downlines there. Okay. Now, folks, Team Believe is absolutely a Wealth Builders Worldwide team, operating under our own auspices to produce. So this is not to take away from any other team that's out here that you are a part of, or any sponsorships that you will align yourselves with. What I'm saying to you is you're welcome to come to this if you like, but I am focusing this for those who decided that they wanted to remain with or join my sponsorship, my wife's sponsorship, and we're going to have a discussion with you at 9:30. Okay? And so that's what it's for. But you're welcome to come. And you don't have to join, because we're all part of Wealth Builders Worldwide. And it won't hurt any of you in terms of its benefits. Okay? And then also, I want to share this. We're going to talk about, at 4 p.m., we're going to talk about the magic of the system. The magic of the system. Now that we're in launch. Now that we're inviting everybody to the opportunity tomorrow, what is the next step for you? What is the next step for me? See, because if you can't see past the event tomorrow, you're not properly planning. You're not properly planning. And that's what I want to help you to do with this opportunity. Now, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm asking you to be my guest. Be my guest at our virtual online event. Nothing like it in the world. You're getting a sneak peek into this opportunity that we've been piping about in obscurity. We're talking about the Gold Standard Partners event. This is Saturday, tomorrow, November 28th. There's only 10,000 seats. I want them all filled with wealth builders, but the seating is limited. Let's not play with this thing. This seating is limited. You can text me. You can text me for the access code to the event. www.gspartners.live is the platform, but it requires an access code. You can text me for that access code. Seating is limited. You come along with me. You come along with anyone else who might have introduced this opportunity to you. And being our guest, you'll receive your very own free Gold Standard Partners account. You will receive it. Your very own. Get back to the one who introduced this opportunity to you and get that passcode. Get with me if no one else has introduced it to you and get the passcode. The phone number's there. It's also in the ticker. 404-246-5708. Those overseas. Code is 1-404-246-5708. Text the information. We will text you the access code. This is tomorrow, Saturday, November 28th. At 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States. Okay? You want to be there. You absolutely want to be there. This is your fast track to freedom. Also, today at 4 p.m., as I mentioned, I'll be back doing our GSB training, our launch training. Now, this training is critical. This training is showing us those very next steps to take. What are you going to do after the event tomorrow? You're going to sit around and high five each other and say, man, that was great. Heck no. You're going to stay on your grind because your fortune is in what? What is your fortune? Type it in the chat so everybody can see it. Those who may not know what it is. We have a discipline. We have a rule. We have a guide, right? Fortune is what? The fortune is in what? That's right. That's right. Go ahead, wealth builders. Go ahead. WBW in the house. The fortune is in the follow-up. It is in the follow-up, folks. It is in the follow-up. Question, do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in this opportunity? Do you believe what has been put in your hands and at your feet? Well, if you believe it, I'm asking you, I'm encouraging you to join us at 4 p.m. Eastern today. The meeting ID and the passcode is on the screen, and bring your downline. Bring those that will respond to you, that will run. Because we're about running. Strike. We're about winning. You understand? We are going for the win. Now, lastly, so y'all got it, right? Classes in session every Monday through Saturday, sometimes Sunday. We will do a session this Sunday, so be prepared for that. We do it on the YouTube channel, the Eric Teray Muhammad YouTube channel. I'm asking all of you to subscribe to that channel, like the episodes, and share them out anywhere in your social media. It's going to help us as we launch Believe Television in the coming 2021. Also, you can find us most times on Facebook when they want to be nice. So the Eric Teray Muhammad Facebook page, as well as the We Are Farrakhan page, you can find simultaneous or simulcast there. Class is in session. Power call. That's what I'm moving towards. The power call happens every Monday through Saturday at 10:45 a.m. and it happens on www.goldrocks.info. www.goldrocks.info. I would be delighted if someone shares the passcode here, because you have to have a password to get on the platform. Yeah, you can see it oft times on our Facebook platform, but here's the thing: you might have a question, you might have a comment you want to raise, and they want to answer. As moderators and presenters, we want to answer you, but we won't know it if you're not on our platform. And we will help you to get out of that state of limbo or purgatory. You have a question, we'll have an answer. www.goldrocks.info is the platform. Get back to the one that introduced this opportunity to you, and they will absolutely give you the password to get on the platform. So today we have Mr. Rodney Berger, who will open up the platform at 10:45 a.m. And then at 12 noon, the Gold Collector is back with us himself, Mr. Dante Taylor. He'll be doing a great presentation, as they all the presenters absolutely do. You know, and then we're back on the platform this evening. We have 4 o'clock with us on my platform, but then at 9 p.m. we're back on the platform with the multi-millennial Brother Matthew Taylor, and then 10 p.m. immediately after Mr. Taylor on that same platform, Gold Rocks, Mr. Ty Best, Mr. Michael L. Dalco, myself, and others, Miss Tanisha Glaspie, Mr. Roger Williams, and others will all be there honing in. This is the eve of the 10,000K event. I'm talking about 10K event. This is going to be an overwhelming event, folks. And you want to drive everybody and all your teams there. Okay? In case you have not seen it, is the passcode there? Okay. All right. It looks like the backup appeared. Now, what do you do with this opportunity? What do you do with this opportunity? We're getting ready to close out. We're getting ready to close out. What do you do with an opportunity like this? Well, we have scripts that we've been blessed to follow to invite people. We've been texting people, we've been calling people, and we have a standard script to help us accelerate the process. I'm going to share this process with you from 2 of our wealth builders, 2 members of Team Believe, who absolutely honed in on what Mr. Dalco was sharing, what we attempted to share yesterday, and they produce some magnificent scripts from us to work from in texting and utilize as a platform when we directly call people. I want to show it to you, because during the power call, this is what I do. I'm on that power call, I'm listening, but I am sharing this opportunity. I'm sharing it out with everybody, literally everybody. You know, everybody's in my phone, everybody's on my LinkedIn connections, everybody's in my Facebook connections individually, everyone who's a part of my database from Carrot Bars, everyone who's a part of my database from Freebay, everybody who's in my database. You're in my life for a reason. It's not for me just to say, oh, I knew that person, or I used to do this, that person, or I used to do that, that person. No, God gives us each other to exploit the good in each other for the benefit of the whole. And you cannot tell me that we don't have something in our hands of absolute benefit. So I want to recognize 2 of our leaders who produce some great scripts, and we're going to go through it if the system is kind to us. All right, we're going to go through it. I mean, they gave us great scripts. You know, the first one up, I know you see Brother Vincent's there, but I'm trying to get to the beginning of that screen if it's kind to me. It looked like it timed out. It did. Give me a second, because I'm going to bring it back up. Sister VCB, Sister Veronica Burrows, and Brother Vincent Muhammad. These 2 giants in networking, in marketing, in belief, in team building and value. You can't quantify what they bring to the table enough. And I'm going to share with you what they had to offer this morning class. We're almost up. Okay. When it comes to someone type a yes in the chat, let me know you can see the screen. I'm looking at it from another monitor. I'm not sure if you can see it. There we go. Okay, thank you. This is from Sister Veronica. You always open it up with a hi, hello, whatever greeting you use, and use the first name of the person only. Say something really big is happening, and I want to be the first to tell you about it. I'm inviting you to our upcoming online event this Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. There are only 10,000 seats, and I want you to have one of them. Can I put you on the top of our list and count on you being there? Let me know so I can forward you access information. Great God, that is absolutely powerful. That was awesome. She shared it with me and asked me, what did I think? And I said, I love it, and I am officially stealing it. And I sure did, because it's about duplication, folks. You duplicate success. You duplicate success. So I shared it out with a ton of people yesterday. Still haven't quite reached our goal, but we're under a 1,000K challenge. That 1,000K challenge is we want to contact and get verbal commitments from 1,000 people before Saturday morning. And we are running, folks. We are running. So thank you, Sister Veronica. And then you have some of Brother Vincent's. Amazing. I mean, these scripts are amazing. You know, they added something that he added something that even helps to eliminate questions that people might want to ask, because the script is vague. It's vague intentionally, right? However, Brother Vincent added financial. Think about this. He says, hi, first name. Something really big is happening that can greatly impact your financial future, and I want to be the first to tell you about it. I am inviting you to our upcoming online event this Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. There are only 10,000 seats, and I want you to have one of them. Can I put you at the top of our list and count on you being there? Let me know so I can forward you access information. This is a collaboration. These are teams of people, believers who work together for the greater good. This is what you're doing. We share it out everywhere. Now, what do? The power call will be on. I'm not a presenter today. So during the power call, I'm texting everybody I have left in my phone. During the 12 noon presentation with Brother Dante Taylor, he's presenting today. I am not. As a result, I am texting and sharing with everybody in my phone. Everybody have access to. I'm sending it out. Okay. And so we're going to come up with some additional tools, but those at Team Believe, remember 9:30, come on to the huddle so you can see what is next and where we're going at 4 p.m. Okay. So family, I do thank you for your time. I thank you for the Hard Facts Friday, but I don't want the day to go away without us also paying attention to the protocols. The protocols. Health is also wealth. They go hand in hand with the financial freedom that many of us seek, right? So I want you to pay close attention and contact Brother Mustafa Muhammad and his wife, Sister Janetta Muhammad. Their numbers are here. You need to make sure that you have something in your system shoring up the immune system. You want to shore up your immune system because something out here is creating chaos, wreaking havoc. You call it Rona, you call it COVID-19, whatever you call it, is mutating and developing new strains every day. However, this supplement prevents the reoccurrence and has proven thus far to prevent the actual contracting of the virus. Now you can get it's proof positive. You know, if you need some good white sources, they'll find them for you. They got websites, you know, because we're not really trusting of each other, not like we should be. But if your distrust has not stopped folks from dying around you, I think you need to get yourself out the way and reach out to them. The numbers are there. Reach out and find out what you can do to get a hold of this opportunity. With that being said, peace and power. I will see us all at 9:30. Make sure you take a screenshot. Remember, we're here at 4 p.m. today. And make sure you plug in. Stay plugged in, or like Miss Tanisha Gillespie says, you'll clock in. You'll keep clocking in. All right. So take a screenshot of this. This is the schedule of events. Peace and power to all of you. Thank you, Sister Janet, Pamela Dixon, Priscilla Stubbs, Sister Sharon Viggs, Veronica Kirby Burrows, my sister, Brother Donald. Good to see you out there, the Houston, Texas. Thank you again, Brother Vincent Muhammad. Thank you, Brother Roland. The Lanes are here. Mr. and Mrs. Chunny Lane. Go ahead. Good to see y'all. All right. Brother Gregory Powell, Brother William Muhammad. Demetrio. Good to see you, Brother Warren Wirtz. You know you the man. Constance in Lansing, Michigan. Brother Timothy there in Washington, D.C. Thank you so much. Brother Wendell Osborne. Yes. Brother Leo, salam alaikum out here in New York. And Sister Nicole Muhammad. Give the greetings to Sister Colleen for us as well. Brother William Hafiz Bey. You know how we do it. Peace and power, family. I will see us all on the Power Call. Team Believe, I'll see you at 9:30. Forward.